Ah, fudge.
What are you working on? Still working on your
Working on
splitter thingy?
still trying to get it repaired mainly. It's in pretty rough shape.
Hey, I have been meaning to ask you something. Why does it show it like you have 2 souls in you instead of 1?
Hmm?
You know, my Titan powers allow me to see your soul, your spirit, and I would like to know why there's 2.
Your mic's bugging, by the way.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
you're
but I'm just wondering why.
It's
There's 2 souls in your body, you know, because I know you're 1 person, right? So why is there 2 of them?
it's complicated. I'm not fully sure how it's happened myself, honestly.
So
The only reason
you never got to explaining the purple eye of yours.
we're considering it's resting right now, I'm pretty safe to tell you. There's something in me. I don't know what. Don't know how it got there. It's blocking half my memories of how I even ended up here in the first place. So...
Oh, should I wake it up?
Please don't!
I want to talk to it. You just revealed there's another person to talk to in you. I have to talk to that thing. If it's blocking your memories, it has to know something.
The last time it found out someone knew that it existed in my body, that person was torn to shreds.
Do you really think that you can tear a Titan apart?
This thing absorbed a Titan.
Oh, which one? I would like to know. I would like to know now. Now, which one?
I don't know.
Which one was it?
All I know is it has absorbed a Titan.
Well, considering I know all of the Elder Titans are still alive, so I would probably imagine it would have been a newborn or a young.
From what I can tell, it was from its original dimension.
Well, that's
the thing that's in me, from what I can tell, is the thing I was fighting. Or the thing that originally made the latex that makes up my body now. And using that latex, I guess using that latex, they absorbed a creator and a god. I'm Titan, sorry, not god. What the
wait, are you saying it absorbed a creator and a Titan?
Yes, that's why I said this thing could probably tear you to shreds.
Oh, I might actually have found myself a match in power here. Now I'm very interested.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm just its vessel until I can make it a new frickin' body. Or it takes over my body, one of the two. It's gonna happen.
Why would it take over your body? Your body is incredibly weak.
From what it's told me, I did manage to cure that virus it made. So it has good reasons to try and take over my body and kill my soul.
You can get infected by viruses. I'm pretty sure being able to is a weakness.
I'm no longer able to.
Well,
the substance that makes up my body is a virus. A synthetic virus.
Waking it up, right? You wouldn't mind me just waking them up, talking to them?
I don't know if you would want to. Trust me, I can barely take their shenanigans. Plus, they don't freaking listen half the time.
You think I haven't
fucking hell!
Listen. Oh, they woke up.
I shocked my fucking hand, but I wouldn't be surprised if they wake up shortly after that. Considering we say.
So what's their name?
They go by the name Void. At least that's what I call them. You don't stop me from calling them that, so.
So if let's say I tore in his soul a little bit, do you think he would notice me just
I would say she would notice.
Oh, it's she. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I want to talk to them. So can you wake them up? I would like to speak with them. No
I
one else is
can't
here,
control.
you know.
I ain't
I
in
may
control
show you
here
this.
over them. They're in control of me. I'm
But
their
you have
little puppet.
You're the little puppet, right?
Yeah. The only reason why I'm able to talk to you is they believe that I'm more useful being in control than them being in control. And considering I'm blocking half the information on how this thing works from them in my brain, that's the only reason why I'm still in control of my body half the time.
So wait, so it's blocking you from your memories, but you're also blocking it from seeing your memories?
Yeah. So we're at a neutral gain here.
Ah. Man, what's with people not being able to fuse their bodies perfectly, you know?
I don't know.
Actually,
I mean,
to be
I
honest,
dealt with something like this before, but not on a power level of like this.
Actually, now that I think about it, my fusion is very stable because of the fact that one of them is like borderline an empty husk. The other one has lost it, and I'm fine. The other two are sleeping, by the way. It's just C talking.
Hmm. Well,
You know, a thing I found out that's very useful about having multiple things in your head is that you never have to sleep. The other two consciousnesses, or one of the consciousnesses, can always be asleep while the other two are in control of the body. Meaning that you can be up 24/7 if your body is, you know,
for
good enough for it.
you organic people, yeah. For me being inorganic, I don't need to sleep.
I mean,
Yes, I am inorganic.
I'm not exactly organic, but yeah.
I'm completely synthetic, except for the bones that make up my old body.
Ooh, so you still have bones in you? Ugh.
Barely any, if any at all at this point. Do you want to know what infected me and why I'm so scared of this thing?
Why? What did it do?
The infection is most commonly, as it was called in its dimension, living latex. Apparently, it was created by some scientist in some lab. Basically, it's a synthetic life form, but capable of taking over and controlling bodies, dead or alive.
Wait,
Shapeshift.
latex, like the weird shiny
Yes.
material.
Yes, in their dimension,
That's-
they changed it into a working kind of life form. Its
So you
original
said it
purpose was
killed-
going to be for like morph suits and high tech.
Wait, you said it killed the Titan and the creator.
Absorbed a Titan creator. Didn't kill him, absorbed them.
Absorbed.
It doesn't matter what this stuff comes in contact with, it just cannot be destroyed. You can change this shit down all the way down to an atom, and it will still rebuild itself. And now you see why I'm stuck being immortal. I physically can't die. I could be vaporized and I could still come back.
Yeah, that is kind of a problem. You basically, you know, even without that thing, you being able to be vaporized and then brought back into existence later means you basically had the same regenerative capabilities as a Titan.
At this point, I pretty much have the power of a Titan. Well, thanks to this stupid thing.
You know, I do know that there is one Titan which this infection thing can never defeat.
Oh yeah, it knows that very well as well.
Well, yeah, obviously, I'm pretty sure it's probably aware itself that it can't take the, you know, higher tier, the more universally powerful Titans.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing that scares me the most about this thing wants to rebuild its army with my help and help from my machinery.
Doesn't sound too bad.
These things took over 20 different dimensions without portal technology.
What do you mean without?
Without. They
How
didn't
would it?
try. Using the
How would
power
it?
from the
How,
Titan and the Creator, they just transport themselves from different realities.
right. Oh, so they actually figured out how to use Titan movements to just move between
The way the
realities.
latex works is a moment it absorbs a mind, that mind gets added to a collective consciousness. Everything it knew, everything else in that consciousness now knows.
Wait, so did you destroy all of the other?
From what I can
things?
tell, I don't know. My memories are foggy back from those days, but from what
Oh,
I
so
can
you're saying
tell,
it's actually very weak right now.
I said I'm very weak. It's strong as
You're
hell.
weak.
My memories, I can't remember anything.
Yeah, but
It's
if it
blocking those
doesn't have
parts of my memory.
if it doesn't have an army.
Not
Wait,
yet,
what did you say it's
anyway.
blocking? It's blocking what exactly?
The memories of when I was in its dimension. Last thing I remember was heading through my teleporter into its dimension. That's the last thing I remember. I don't know if
So
I made the
you
cure or didn't. Considering the fact of where I am in right now, with it being the only thing in my damn body, I would suggest it's probably worked, and now it's taking vengeance on me.
I think I know what's going on here. You learned how to destroy it. And
Yep.
now it's keeping you hostage so you can't destroy it for good.
Well,
And it's
probably.
blocking your memory. And it's blocking your memory. Hey, what was its name, boy? Wow. Pretty.
What do you wish to know?
You're prettier than I thought. I thought you would be like more like a fucked up, looking monstrosity. You're pretty well put together,
Hmm.
surprisingly.
I keep myself organized, even if I'm in a disgusting husk of a body.
Oh wow, are you calling him disgusting?
Yes. What is it you wish to know? Let's get this over
Well,
with.
I want to know. Well, what's the rush here? What's the rush? Tell me.
I need my little puppet, as he calls, to get back to work on this machine so I can get myself my proper body.
Wow, hasty, aren't you?
I have to regrow my kingdom again, no thanks to his stupidity. Why would he?
Stupidity. Are you calling it? So
He
okay,
thought
so
he
let
could
me say-
destroy his own kind. His own kind.
His own kind. What do you mean his own kind?
He's the same thing as us. We infected him like any others. But somehow, someway, his consciousness lived. How? I do not know how he managed that. We're perfect.
Doesn't that mean he's mentally stronger than you?
Mentally stronger than a normal latex beast. Not the overseer of them.
The overseer? What's that?
That's what I call myself.
Oh, so you're the most powerful one, are you?
I was ground zero for the infection.
Great. So you're the most mutated and warped one, and oh god.
You have
Tell
a
me,
problem
how-
with that?
No, not really. But I just want to know, what was the feeling of murdering a fellow Titan? What was the feeling of, well, not murdering, but
Murdering.
absorbing a Titan? Of absorbing.
Quite pleasurable. Oh, for fuck's sake!
How did it feel to absorb a Titan, to absorb a killer? Tell me now.
Ah,
on.
okay. Jesus. It felt like the power course thing was quite imaginable.
Refreshing, was it?
Yeah, it was pretty refreshing.
Good. That's exactly the feeling.
Mm-hmm.
You and I aren't so different if you think about it, are we?
No, we really aren't. Wolf, though. Wolf would beg to differ, but he ain't here at the moment, so.
He doesn't, I did overhear one of your conversations a little bit. Sorry for spying on you. You didn't say. I thought I heard something about you wanting to take my body. That can't be right.
You're
Space isn't supposed to have knowledge of that. It's not supposed to
Well,
have knowledge of the conversation.
no, he does. He does. There's mine. Well. Interesting. Anyway.
You don't want to take my body, do you?
You're you're just a
Trust me,
second
so-
option in case the main plan doesn't work.
What's the main plan?
That Tara person. I've absorbed one.
But I want their powers.
Well, from what Wolf, or more or less what I suggested anyway, about refilling their power as they extinguish it out, it'll allow you to come back, but also allow me to absorb them once its time comes.
So what are you suggesting? I take the power, you take the body?
That sounds like a decent trade-off.
But what would Tara think of this, It would be...
Honestly, I don't really care.
Yeah, I know.
They're just another-
Funny.
They're just another fleshy being.
I mean,
Imperfect.
They are a Titan.
Even Titans are imperfect.
They're a very powerful Titan. You do know they are, like, a mass murderer if you would restore their memories, right? Like, you wouldn't stand a
How do you know
chance.
that? Why do you think I've
Please,
given Wolf specific instructions not to tell Tara of his past?
But
Other
I'm
past.
here, what is stopping me from not telling them, just straight up restoring them, their memories? What's stopping me? Tell me.
I am. You should know.
You're stopping me.
I've absorbed a Titan and a Creator. The amount of power I have outmatches yours any day.
Well, that certainly depends. It doesn't matter who has more power here, it's a matter of leverage. And currently, I think I have more leverage than you. So,
And how would that be?
well,
Heck.
I never play all my cards, If I
Well, if
never
you
wanna
think about
play
it,
all my
technically-
cards in my hand.
If you think about it, technically, I have the leverage. Because I have the smart one. The one you need in order to get Tara's power.
And around we go.
Yes.
Simply playing with each other at this point. What's the point?
Right.
The most disappointing part is that I can't believe that a Titan lost to you. They must have been quite weak.
Oh no, they were quite strong. It's just the substance I'm made out of is impossible to destroy. They can crawl up any surface and get into any nook and cranny. An infection takes place upon contact with anything organic.
See, that's
Anything.
that tells me that you fought an organic Titan. That's very good information.
Part organic.
But that's enough for you, isn't it?
For now, until I get a second one. Why stop
So
with
what's your
one when you can have multiple?
What's your plan? You're gonna absorb the Titans, basically becoming all powerful. You can't defeat Asafoth.
Not yet. Anyway.
Do you understand that your entire existence is in their mind?
Technically.
Oh wait, do you even have a full knowledge of what Asafoth is? You see, it's quite a.
Not
It's
fully.
quite. It's quite. Should I explain it to you? Because I think it will be quite enlightening. There is, there is a certain story that the humans named them after, because we don't actually have a name for the Titan of well, I wouldn't say
Creation itself.
Well, yeah, but basically creation, yeah. Since we don't have a name for it, our Titan simply, and it never communicates. We simply took the name from what the humans believed was an entity similar, right? So we took the name
Mhm.
Asafoth, which is a thing in some like story or something, right? Of a god, because it's basically the same concept.
Yes.
It's a being
A
who's
being has
dri-
created all
well, no,
and
it didn't
control
create
over
it.
all.
The thing is, it doesn't create it. You, according to studies, everything, including you, are just and me, are just a dream of theirs. A dream which they can, constantly change. They just swoosh. It's like you never existed. All that's why there's no Titan that has ever, you know, beaten them or been able to destroy the world, because if it's like a dreamer. If it doesn't go as Asfafa wants, then they simply make you disappear. It's like a dream where you have all the. If it's like a dream, but you realize you're in a dream and you have all the power, right? They can just make you disappear if it's your. Basically, our entire existence is in their mind as a dream, and they're always sleeping. If Asafaf ever woke up, we would cease to exist because they wouldn't be dreaming anymore.
Here, I have one question for you.
Yeah.
Why should I believe a word you're saying?
Because I am a Titan and you're not.
I've absorbed Titan. What makes you think I don't have all the knowledge of that Titan?
Titans don't know everything. You have to get other points of view. The only reason why I merged with Sleet was because
You were
they're
stuck in a.
Titan. Well, yeah, I was stuck, but also because they were basically a database on every single Titans known to
No
man.
knowledge, yeah. Well, I have one question for you. You say you're strong and powerful, yes? So how come...
I would say so.
So how come 3 weak little morsels defeated you?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
How did 3 little morsels manage to send you back to where you came? You see my point now?
Not
Now you see
everything
why
is in my
I'm not
control.
scared of you. You're naive. You think you have total control over everything and every single thing.
If I had control over everything, I wouldn't be standing here. And you wouldn't be standing here. Certainly.
Exactly.
Instead,
You
I
believe.
think what would have been
You believe that you can predict everyone's actions. You think that you are stronger than everyone, and it's those beliefs that give you a weakness.
I guess you're right. Maybe I should listen to Sleet more. They always tell me to be more careful.
Wise words.
But it's good that they've They have been telling me one thing, which I think has been very useful this entire conversation. They've been telling me to keep my body fully synthetic and make sure I always have a barrier in making sure that you can't touch me at all. Probably because you can't get me. I know it's not gonna help, but you know, they're not
How
wolf,
much protection
okay?
do you How much protection do you think that would really give? If I
Well,
can,
it would probably
I
it would
can
probably
make
delay
my
you by a few
latex,
seconds.
the latex that makes up my body, can fit through a crack the size of an atom. You really think some cloves and some inorganic material are gonna defend you for very long?
Well, if I don't have an organic body, yeah, I would think so. And also, I think you're forgetting about something. You are still physical,
Partially
and I'm
physical.
not. Well, because you see, I'm not physical. The only thing physical here is Sleet's body. A body that's very easy to rebuild. So, what's stopping me? That's why that is also the reason why I'm not scared of you just absorbing me here and now. Because you don't have the preparations to do so, right? That's why you need Wolf, right? You need him so you can prepare. You need
I could do it without
others-
him. He just makes it
But you-
easier.
Makes it easier, right? That's why you keep him around, right? For the convenience.
Convenience, torture, and a couple other reasons I will not specify at this time.
You know, there is one thing.
I'm sorry to
that
interrupt,
makes
but
me
when is
better
this
than you.
double-sided villain?
There is one thing that will always make me better than you, and you wanna know what that is?
What?
I actually let the things that I absorb or fuse with have control, and you don't actually let Wolf have control. You only let him have control when it's convenient for you. You don't let them affect your plans or actions. You blocked their memory on purpose.
For good reason.
So
good
they couldn't
reason.
destroy you, right?
Oh no. That cure he made didn't even affect me. My body adapted too fast to it.
But
There's another reason.
Your kin, they all died, right? All your subordinates, all your kin, they're all gone.
For the time being. Once the new ones are made, there'll be more.
So your plan. But let me get this straight. You wanna rebuild your powerful body and you wanna rebuild your army, so you can continue your interdimensional quest of absorbing as many powerful things as possible to become basically become a true god or a true titan.
Yes. And I'm blocking Wolf out at the moment, so I can tell you something that I don't tell very many people. If anyone.
Should I block Sleet out of hearing this?
No, they can hear it.
Is it okay? Good.
They can
Sleet,
maybe
you
taunt
hear it.
Wolf about this. You see, the dimension
then
where I
it's
came
totally
from,
fine.
where I was made. You wanna know who made me?
No, you can't be serious.
Mm-hmm.
Did
Another
Wolf
version of
make you?
Wolf. Another version of him.
X, you knew about this, didn't you? Well, no, not. Of course you didn't know fully. You've speculated about this, right? Because Wolf is always the smart one. He's in most universes.
Actually,
he's
contraire, he was the dumbest one in my dimension.
the dumbest one. How did he create? There's no way someone.
He
that
created me by
dumb could
accident.
create-
I was supposed to be some science fair project.
Science fair project. You? A science fair project. He must have been a genius idiot to be able to even pull that off.
It's really funny to think about, actually. Anyway, no matter.
Well,
I will say though, this
You-
version is much more helpful with his more knowledge on things.
have you absorbed your original creator, or did you kill him?
He wasn't worth keeping around. So I killed him.
So you killed him.
Or more or less fed him
That's
to my
quite
minions.
Well, that's sad. If you absorbed him, I could have simply pulled his soul out of you, out of your giant. By the way, God, you have a horrible spirit. You look like you stitched together hundreds of small parts of souls into one. Like Jesus Christ, you look like Frankenstein's monster if you look at your soul. God, continue.
Technically, yes.
Zombie. AKA a zombie.
Stop breaking the fourth wall, officer!
But I
Anyway.
do want you to know one thing. You don't have an army. You're not well prepared enough. And if we fought, I don't want to alarm you, but I don't think you would win. I wouldn't win, but you wouldn't win either.
Stalemate.
Stalemate. Us, it's mutually assured destruction, my love. You know?
Anyway, I should probably let Wolf get back to building for me.
Yes.
From what I've
really
seen,
want
he
to
has his work cut out. I still do not like the fact that he's putting some weird slime creature in front of me, but it's a good test subject. I don't want him to try to pull anything like he could.
Right, because what if he, while you were dormant, added something to the machine and then blocked that part of his memory from you, and then when you do it, he destroys you or locks you away.
That's the one thing Wolf doesn't know about this, and I'm surprised you didn't see it either.
See what?
The third.
What?
The third. My original minion who absorbed him. My original minion that absorbed him didn't have a soul. So that's probably why you probably can't detect it.
Wait. There's something else in that body of yours. If I take a real close look. Is there anything else there?
Well, there is. My minion doesn't need to sleep, so I constantly have eyes on him, even when I'm dormant. Wolf can't get away with anything without me knowing.
Well, it's been a good talk, but I think I have some more important matters to take care of, like, finishing my Titan communication device, which will be very useful. Speaking of which, if you absorb the Titan...
Oh yes, very much so. I could probably use it.
You could probably use it, and I could probably telepathically talk to you, even when you're not in control.
Exactly.
Without Wolf's knowledge. Isn't that fun? We could be, we could be buddies,
We could. Maybe. There's one thing
But
I do wish to ask your help with. If that other creator fused with that skulk stuff. If he becomes a problem, we need to take care of him.
Him a problem.
Don't
Him.
underestimate creators. I did that once and I nearly died. Of course, that creator's now a
Creators.
part of me, so...
Exactly. No. I want you to know something, okay? I want you to know something real secret. Would you mind leaving that PC with Ultra for a second so Ultra doesn't hear this?
Bro. Also, that's what you call foreshadowing.
He just said,
No,
bro,
wait,
that's
just
what you
before
call
you-
foreshadowing.
Can I tell you something real secret?
I'll
Can you
go-
leave the VC with Ultra, by the way? I really want to
Uh,
do this without
I'll
Ultra's
just
knowledge.
go on deafened.
Yeah, you can
That's
just
it.
rejoin.
He's
I'll tell
deafening.
you, don't worry.
He's definite.
Okay, well, he's not deafened though. I can see. So.
I've turned my headset volume down to 0. I literally
Or
cannot hear
you
you.
just stop streaming for a second. That also works.
Yeah, okay, fine.
'Cause it doesn't matter if he's deafened or not, because
Alright.
he can't. Yeah.
Alright.
Now, can I tell you one itty bitty secret?
Alright.
You know the Lost Realm place I went to for a long
Time. Mm-hmm.
I was in there for thousands of years, and I barely found anything alive in there. And do you wanna know why that is? It's quite fascinating. Because I found, because I was thrown in there as a, not exactly in my physical monstrous form that I had been in CreateCraft. I was thrown into there in a more of a, spiritual
Weakness.
soul way. Yeah. More of a
weaker form.
Ethereal form. Yeah, a weaker ethereal form. And, I wandered the land, and eventually I found a giant decaying carcass. It was my old body, And I don't think Sleet has ever mentioned this, but when I got to that carcass, and also before I continue, I have blocked him so he doesn't notice. But I saw him, eating my carcass, which I gotta say is quite grotesque, by the way. But it's not the point.
These
point
mortal
not-
beings need protein.
No,
to
no.
live.
He wasn't eating it for protein. He found something in the Lost Realm that he was not supposed to find. Something that I had been tasked with guarding, but since I didn't have my physical form, I physically couldn't when I was thrown in there. He found, a book. A singular old book in a crypt. And do you want to know what this book contained?
What?
It contained the knowledge from a dead creator, the only creator of the Lost Realm. An ancient creator, because the Lost Realm is very, very old. It's I think it might have actually been one of the first realities when the,
More than likely.
Asaphos first started dreaming. It contained something that I found just extraordinary, right? It contained a book which, according to me reading Sleet's memories, might have been written by, maybe not the creator that he found, the script he found it in, but might have actually been written by the first creator, the first one of them all.
Ooh.
It
Interesting.
was a book explaining how a mortal being, Wolf, or well, I guess Wolf isn't really immortal anymore, but like, the things here, the creatures here, the lower life forms, could become creators. But the thing that really bothered me was that Sleet is, as Wolf is blocking you, Sleet is blocking me from seeing it. He doesn't want me reading it. And I know he hasn't attempted it himself. But maybe he's afraid that of course I'll keep him around. He's very useful. But I do let him have more control than you, that Wolf. But I guess I am not as good as I like to, pretend I am. I'm almost the same as you when it comes to, yeah. But I just want, and I know we might not be on the best terms here, but what's stopping us from just teaming up here, right? What's stopping us? We want the same thing. We both want power. You want to restore your army. I want my old, body and powers back.
That sounds like a good deal. But I do know one thing though. We cannot stay in this reality. It's too unstable.
Really?
The one thing Wolf has been neglecting to tell anyone is the fact that this place is falling apart.
Wow, big shocker there.
Oh, it was already falling apart before he did anything. It's not a natural reality. The strings that hold it together are snapping, one by one.
It's not very surprising that, when you take a bunch of strings from different realities and make them, go
tie together.
Tied together in like a ball of yarn, basically. That's very stretched and very stressed. That they wouldn't start snapping, It's very interesting.
So, with Wolf's knowledge and our knowledge, we can go our separate ways. I'm sure you wouldn't want to be here when this place collapses.
Oh no, I do actually want to be here.
There's a risk when you do, though. Remember what happened to everyone during Dimensional decay is rapidly amplified during a collapse. Barely anything survives those, even Titans.
It's an interesting point you have, but the thing is, according to the little stuff Fleet has told me, is that I might have to stay here. It might be one of the requirements to, gain the powers of our creators to stay when a reality destroys itself.
Well, that just leaves one less Titan to worry about. Well, if that's your choice, that is your choice.
Although I might not do it because it's very risky, but I will, keep it in mind, right? I'm sure you will also keep it in mind.
Ah, yes.
I mean, I know you already absorbed a creator, but creators, if I'm gonna be honest, having the powers of a creator is pretty useless outside of the creator's original dimension. It does not give you a whole lot of power.
That's where I found a few loopholes. Let's just say the creator's power I absorbed, I can use at any time.
So you can create stuff?
If I really want to, yes.
But it's
with fairly
limited.
Somewhat.
It's the only reason why I could why I can easily, defeat creators is because they have limits on what they can do. They can't
Yes.
nearly infinitely use their, abilities like upper titans can.
Yeah. You know, I've been thinking. Power of 2 titans and 1 creator is very balanced now, is it?
Sorry, what did you say?
I said
Power of
2
power of
titans.
two and the creator.
Since I might as well be absorbing what energy and Tara has, then why not that other creator while we're at it?
Do you want to take him too?
I mean, it wouldn't hurt.
No, it certainly would not.
And it will just... Considering he's fused with that Skulk stuff, and Skulk tends to spread fairly similar to how my stuff spreads.
Oh, great! You're planning on mixing the mutating them together, aren't you, to create a more efficient? Oh God! You and your devious plans.
Anyway, I must go and let my builder get to work.
Oh yes, of course. I have a few lines to say to him before he, gets to work on your beautiful creation. But also, and one last thing. What is the business over here? Why are they in this random assortment?
There's specific programmings in each one from what I can tell.
They're missing.
The ones that are missing are specific programmings that this thing needs to operate correctly according to Wolf.
So is that what's holding you back in reality? It's not that the machine isn't done, it's these.
But Wolf is coming close to finding where the satellite lies. He's determined it's on the surface somewhere.
That is very I wish you luck in,
Yes.
and let's just do a handshake, on this, shall we? Agreeing on, what we should do. But,
Alright.